Well, happy Wednesday evening, Mid-Michigan, and although it's been a dreary day here, we should count our blessings and count ourselves lucky because we're not dealing with anything on the magnitude of this. The Florida Panhandle and other areas of the Gulf Coast today have been dealing with the landfall of Hurricane Michael, which is the strongest hurricane to ever strike the Florida Panhandle, and this late in the season at that. Here's a live look at the satellite and radar of Michael making its way with a well-defined eye right there. Very, very strong bursts of rain and winds in excess of 140 miles per hour right now as it stands. It hasn't weakened very much since making landfall this afternoon, and it's continuing to just completely pummel the coast. And there are a lot of watches and warnings that are in effect. This large area in yellow are tornado watches, and these tornadoes can spawn during the hurricane event. And then right here in this pink, these are extreme wind warnings where winds are once again over 100 miles per hour. And we have hurricane wind warnings and the tropical storm warnings in the red. And what you can't see underneath all of this are the green flood warnings for areas like the Carolinas, as this system is going to continue moving off to the east as it continues to make its way up the coast. Now we're also watching for some freeze watches and warnings, the advisories that are out over the Central Plains, and we're even looking at some winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in northern Minnesota near International Falls. You see a large band of heavy snow over there. But enough about the rest of the country. We've got plenty to deal with here in mid-Michigan. We've got a large swath of rain making its way up towards the north and east. We've been pummeled by a lot of these heavier downpours throughout the afternoon today, and it's going to continue on into our evening as well, as some of those heavy rains and even a few rumbles of thunder will be mixed in as this system moves in overnight. Now the temperatures are still above average for this time of year. We're seeing temperatures around 70 and in the upper 60s across much of the Mitten State, and that's been influenced once again by our southerly winds that are coming up through the Mitten State. They're anywhere between 5 and 15 miles per hour in most areas this evening. Here's one more look at our radar right now as we can see the rain continuing to move up. There isn't a whole lot behind it, so once this does make its way up through mid-Michigan, we will see the end of it leading into a more hazy day tomorrow. In your evening planner, that temperature stays nice and steadily in the upper 60s. Thunderstorms are most likely around 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, with the rain ending shortly after midnight. The future forecast, to time it all out for you, we've got those hazy conditions persisting over the state. There will be some patchy drizzle tomorrow as well mixed in, so be prepared that, and temperatures will be much cooler in addition to that heading into our day on Friday. So the 3-day forecast will shake up fairly nicely, in fact, if you're a fan of fall, as we've got temperatures hovering right around 50 degrees. Is this going to be a trend of fall's full arrival? I'll have more coming up in my next segment, but for now, we'll go back to the desk.
PFAS, a chemical used most commonly in firefighting foam, is causing health concerns for Americans.
And the NASDAQ is down 315 points. We're now going to take it back to Justin Bradford for a weather update.
Thanks, Michaela. And I know that it's hard to believe with the rain moving in and everything that we've got temperatures that are still above average for this time of year. In fact, 65 was our low this morning, and our average high for this time of year is 61. So our low from this morning for today is actually warmer than what we should be seeing on average for this time of year. We're 10 to 15 degrees above that at 74. Most of mid-Michigan seeing those above average temperatures continuing today. And here's a look at those temperatures across the region. Detroit's still at 76 degrees, at 72 in Bad Axe. We're holding on to a slew of upper 60s across a lot of the western and central portions of the Mitten State. And you notice that some of that warmth is still over in Wisconsin as well. Green Bay at 68, La Crosse is at 66. But right behind that, Minneapolis is not even at 50 degrees. And that cooler air is going to be making its way into our neck of the woods overnight tonight. And here's the forecast temperatures for the overnight. You see by midnight, along with the rain showers, we're still holding on to those middle 60s temperatures. And that's going to be a trend just through midnight tonight. We really start to see the cooler air move in full force overnight. By tomorrow's morning commute, we're sitting barely in the 50s across all of mid-Michigan. And the farther north you are, you might even be sitting, like Higgins Lake is, in the mid-40s. And it'll be windy tomorrow as well, so that wind will have a little bit of a bite. It'll feel more like it's in the 30s for a lot of the afternoon tomorrow. As you can see, the temperatures throughout the day actually fall into our afternoon, where we're expecting to see the high temps will actually kind of be more in the upper 40s for our afternoon tomorrow. And that wind will continue to bite as well. Here's the rain making its way on the satellite and radar, moving again through mid-Michigan this evening, and that's going to continue to be the story into our overnight. So if you have any evening plans today, you definitely want to have the rain jacket, the umbrella, the boots, all of the gear out, because it's going to be a very soggy and damp night tonight, and it's going to cool off very dramatically after all this rain moves through. That'll leave us with a much cooler than average day tomorrow. Here's your future forecast right here as the rain continues moving through overnight, strong at times, and it leaves us with what looks like just some cloud cover and some patchy showers. But this is actually going to be a fairly steady drizzle. It'll be a textbook fall kind of dreary looking day for your day tomorrow on Thursday, all the way through the remainder of the day, even carrying over into your Friday as well. And temperatures will be staying cool. While tonight's low gets down to 49 with those thunderstorms popping up along with the rain showers, tomorrow's high is only 50 degrees, everybody. So windy and drizzle, it'll feel much cooler. That wind gusting to 30 will cause trouble at times. And the week ahead doesn't get any warmer for those of you looking for that warmer air. And in fact, we don't even have 50s highs by the time on any of the days by the time we get into next week. So if you're looking at our fall foliage map here, you can see that it's near peak conditions north of M55 in the Houghton Lake region, making its way down towards mid-Michigan. And with this cool weather upcoming, guys, we're going to see those colors starting to come out in full force, especially this weekend. So if you have the opportunity and the weather holds, I know it'll be a little chilly, but this will be an excellent weekend these next couple of days here to get out and enjoy those fall colors before they all fall off the trees. So.
Alrighty. All right, well, that's all the time we have for you guys today. For updates, make sure to follow our Facebook and Twitter pages. For Joey Berardino, I'm Gordon Meyer.
And for Justin Bradford, I'm Michaela Kohlhaas. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.